Welcome back. It's time for your regional news wrap, and we start in a North Battleford courtroom where Gordon Dwight Hurley has been found not guilty. He was convicted of second-degree murder in 2007 and sentenced to life in prison for the death of 20-year-old Onion Lake resident Jarita Nastis. In 2009, he was ordered a new trial after additional DNA evidence became available. After 4.5 hours of deliberating, the jury delivered its not guilty decision. The Crown says they haven't decided if they'll call for another appeal. Defense Minister Peter MacKay took to a podium this week to announce he was spending $56 million to modernize 2 Canadian Air Force radar systems. Of course, one of them will be located here in the Lakeland at Four Wing Cold Lake. Officials say the radar systems will play a pivotal role in defending North American airspace.
These radars provide control to military aircraft and long-range surveillance in support of operations at home and abroad.
MacKay says the radar systems can be deployed quickly to anywhere in the world, whether it be in support of military operations or humanitarian missions. Our own MLA Lloyd Snellgrove has been promoted to Finance Minister of Alberta. This is because of shuffles in the provincial cabinet after Ed Stelmach announced that he would be stepping down as Premier. The now former Finance Minister Ted Morton declared his intention to run for leadership. This leaves Snellgrove to deliver the budget this spring, and he says he's feeling well equipped. He was, of course, the president of the Alberta Treasury Board, so this won't be completely unfamiliar territory for him. We're looking forward to seeing what he can do in this position, and let me take this opportunity to say congratulations, Minister Snellgrove. The proposed merger of Conexus Innovation and Synergy Credit Union got voted down this week. They saw a 60% approval vote to merge, but needed a 75% to go ahead. But here's the real twist in the story. A week before the final vote, this topic got so heated, some people took to desperate measures. Synergy obtained evidence of phone calls telling people that if they were voting in favor of the merger, they didn't need to attend the meetings. Of course, those votes were crucial to the outcome of this decision. They contacted the RCMP and the investigation is ongoing, but they've also contacted the Registrar of Credit Unions, and if he decides that malice was a factor in determining the vote, he could overturn the decision completely, leaving it to a revote. Now, the board isn't counting on that, but it really does leave the story open-ended. Listen to this.
We operate in a very competitive environment, and as members' needs change and the legislative environment around us continues to evolve and it puts more demands on our business, we need to keep pace. And as a result of that, status quo, at least in the longer term, is really not an option.
I don't know, this sounds to me like this isn't the last we'll hear about this topic. The Lloydminster Public School Division is reporting a hazardous intersection on its school bus routes. After several close calls, a car hit one of the buses coming out of the depot this week. Now, these buses are always empty, but the drivers are having difficulty and are worried particularly about peak traffic times.
Whereas coming in under the overpass, vehicles are supposed to be slowing down, but a lot of them are still doing 80K. And then there's vehicles coming the other way too, and a bus, you can't just quickly dart into traffic with them.
The city is reviewing the problem, but they say this intersection isn't due for upgrades this year. Back up to Cold Lake now, where Synovus gave a generous donation of $600,000 to the city. It'll be used for its much-anticipated energy center. They lost an arena this year, and teams have been struggling to get ice time. This donation brings the fundraising total to $3 million for the project, but it's still not quite enough. They hope to have the arena open by March 2012. Big Brothers Big Sisters Bowl for Kids' Sake is open for registration. They started to raise some virtual awareness through a wee bowling tournament at Jack Kemp School. These 75 students raised $400 through a bake sale, and this is how they were rewarded. Big Brothers Big Sisters is looking for teams to be part of an old-fashioned bowling tournament in March. Around the region will be there, but personally, I'm way better at wee bowling. That concludes your regional news wrap. After the break, the Canadian Cancer Society kicks off their Daffodil campaign. The full interview coming up on Around the Region.